Hi everyone, we are a biotech company from Cape Town, South Africa, and we are looking to transform aquaculture health management. So, imagine that you are a Formula One team and you want to know how well your car is performing. You could just look at its speed, but that's not going to tell you the whole story. A better way would be to look at the data that the car's sensors collect in order to monitor the car's performance. These sensors collect information on things like how hot the engine is getting, how much fuel the car is consuming, as well as how much stress the car is under. This can then be used by the team to make various adjustments to improve the car's performance. So in aquaculture, the same applies when understanding the health of your fish. By nature, commercial farming practices are intensive, leading to an increase in animal stress as well as a higher likelihood of disease outbreaks, which accounts for up to 80% of losses on commercial farms. However, health management practices are reactive, treating diseases only after they occur, making this a $6 billion problem globally. So our mission is really simple. We want to shift from reactive to proactive stress management to enable farming optimization. And we are doing this through a molecular screening platform. So, like your Formula One car sensors, protein biomarkers work in a similar way. They are produced in the body in response to stress or disease, and so by measuring levels of protein biomarkers in fish blood or tissue, we can get an early warning of problems before they become serious. So MARIHEALTH Solutions is like your Formula One team, and protein biomarkers are like the car sensors. So we operate as a B2B, and our service is fairly simple. We engage directly with clients to understand their specific needs. Blood samples are then sent to us and processed on a high-throughput instrument, followed by data interpretation and reporting. So for example, in this case study, we found that the large fish had stopped growing, suggesting that they could have been harvested 3 months sooner, as indicates, oh, you can't really see, sorry, as indicated by the scratched out section on the graph, therefore reducing feed waste and cost. So through our unique blend of proteomics and aquaculture expertise, we can actually provide more granular insights into animal health, as well as decision support for refining farming operations, as well as nutrition. So we are looking to enter the Norwegian and Portuguese markets, and our customer segments fall within those three subsectors of the aquaculture industry. We are looking to capture around 0.5% of each market within the next 3 to 5 years. So a highlight of our year this year was signing our first 2 clients. And so with scaling, we are looking to develop a digital health dashboard as well as on-farm testing kits. So we are a team with the right blend of expertise to deliver premium service to our clients. To enable our expansion to the EU, we are looking to raise a Series A round of 3.5 million euros, which will enable the digitization and internationalization of our offering. And then through the BBV organization, as well as the Blue Demo Network, we are looking for market entry as well as soft landing support. So we are MARIHEALTH Solutions, and we have a vision to revolutionize fish health and welfare management using proteomics. Join us in making aquaculture more resilient, profitable, and sustainable. Thank you.
Anybody want to start?
Thank you. Thank you for your pitch. Question. So you predict the possibility of diseases to happen in a farm, right? And you can. Is it a tailor-made type of product? So you firstly try to understand what your customer is doing, and then you evaluate it, and then you define a specific sampling protocol, and you get the samples and you evaluate. Is it correct? Right.
Yeah, so what we found is that with our various clients, they've all got very specific needs. I mean, as you would know yourself, you have different issues that you're experiencing on a farm or in your operations. And so we found that having more of a customized approach and engaging with them, we get to really understand what it is that they are struggling with, and so we can actually properly tailor our offering to them. It also helps us when we have to do the data analysis and then obviously interpreting it for the client, because obviously we want to contextualize those big data sets for them.
Okay, one question, very simple. How do I evaluate, if I'm a customer, if it's working or not? If the success of the application of your product?
Okay, so in normal circumstances, we would be obviously having a control group. And then you would have your experimental group to test whatever various scenarios you have. Establishing a control, obviously, is that baseline that you have. To know that our solution is working is essentially what I think I had a brain fart now. Basically, for you to understand how it's working is you'll see it through understanding how the molecules are working or are being produced under various conditions. And so we provide that interpretation for you. The way you would take that information and use it, alongside our recommendations with our vet that we have as a partner, is to either implement the various changes that we suggest or not. Yeah.
So what I understood was not that you predicted, but that you functioned as an early warner.
Yes,
early
exactly.
Warning, right?
Yeah, I wanted to cut you off, but I didn't do that. I'm so sorry.
No, but so I have no problem believing that proteomics will give us a finer analysis of what's happening in the fish. But early warning is not just about that. It has to be about how often you're looking and
exactly.
what points you're looking at and so on. So how does your solution actually make it an earlier warning?
Yeah. So in terms of using proteomics, obviously, as you say, it needs to be rapid so that you can be doing it regularly, etc. So after a lot of engagement with the industry and seeing what other sort of tests are out there, it makes a lot more sense for us to position ourselves as decision support as opposed to, rapid response. So we are more on the sort of proactive side as opposed to diagnosing and quickly remediating.
Right.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Thank you.
Can you elaborate a bit more on the use cases that you already worked?
Yeah, so that was the one example. Another example would be with working with a feed company. So we have found that a lot of feed companies are always, reiterating their ingredients and their formulations. And so as feed company A could say, well, these additions to the formulation is supposedly an immunostimulant. I mean, you as a client who's buying that don't really know. So we have found a lot of the fish farms who are considering purchasing those new feeds, they actually want to test it out before they commit to purchasing. So we provide that sort of granularity to actually determine, is that particular feed additive having that immune effect?
That brings me to additional questions. One, wouldn't that be nicer in the B2B model to be providing that to who's making the claims,
yes.
number one?
Yes.
And second, just for me to understand better, what's the time from your coming in to results, actionable results? What's that time frame?
Okay, cool. So the first one, yes, it's much better B2B. Go directly to the feed companies and engage with them. And then in terms of the time frame, so current laboratories across Europe, and I suppose even South Africa, can take anything between 8 weeks to about 3 months before data is returned. We are looking to have that turnaround time reduced by 2/3, so about a month at most.